Joseph, favored son of Israel.
The road to Emmaus. On the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, 2 of his disciples were going to the village of Emmaus. While they walked and questioned each other, Jesus himself came near and walked with them, but their eyes were kept from recognizing him.
What are we going to do now?
I thought he was the one. Why are you walking and talking so sadly?
Don't you know the things that have happened recently in Jerusalem?
What things? The things concerning the prophet, Jesus the Nazarene. The priests and our rulers crucified him.
But we were hoping that he would redeem Israel.
And now it is the 3rd day since these things happened.
Also, some of the women from our group said that he was alive.
Foolish people. Didn't the prophets write that the Son of Man had to suffer these things in order to enter into his glory? Beginning from the law and the prophets, he explained to them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. This is just one of the stories Jesus could have told. Consider the story of Joseph!
Greetings, Bible nerds! It is I, your host, Artsy Bible Nerd, drawing for you inking page 21 of Joseph, favored son of Israel. Right now, it looks like I'm going to work on some hands. Gonna finish inking out, giving some value to those hands. And then we have to, so this head, this ghostly looking blue head, is a copy and paste from page number 13. So that's why you see that blue stripe going across his face. That's a shadow. In context, it looks fine. But out of context, it does not look fine. So let's get some music, because that's what you came here for, isn't it? The music. Where did I put the music? Looking for the music. Here, I'm getting closer to the music. Here we go. All right. So, let's see. So if you go to, let's not do any drawing right now. Here's what I want to talk about. Here's what I want to mention. Oops, that's information I don't want everybody to see. Pay no attention to all that information. Okay, so you've heard of the Bible Gateway, correct? I'm assuming if you're watching my channel, then you've heard of Bible Gateway. If you go to Bible Gateway, well, that's more information I don't want you to see. If you go to Bible Gateway, and if you're not signed in, you will find a little yellow banner at the top of Bible Gateway, the website, and it will offer you a free trial to access many resources. Let's study tools, I think. Newsletters, devotionals. These are things that you've always been able to click on. But if you hadn't paid anything, that those things were just not available. So it's a severe discount right now. It's approximately $40 a year. I said a year, not per month. to get all of these all of these features added to your Bible Gateway experience. And I'm not being paid for saying all this. I'm not being paid to make this commercial. I'm just saying, there used to be a time when you would go to a building and you would pay someone thousands of dollars in order to teach you about the Bible. And then you'd be able to use their library. You'd be able to use their. You'd be able to eat there. You'd be able to play football on their campus. And then the internet came along. Technology made it so you don't have to do that anymore. You just have to find the right link. Go to the right YouTube page. Go to the right YouTube channel. Go to the right website. And now, all you have to do is pay $40 per year in order to get a massive amount of biblical resources. And you would have thought, you would think that I would have jumped on such a thing immediately. I had to talk to my wife. I had to, for some reason, I was hesitant about paying $40. And it took me a while to figure out why that is. There are things that I don't want to be wrong about. I don't want to learn that I was wrong about something. It's scary to be wrong. Scary to know that you've been wrong for a very long time about whatever it is. There's also a free trial. You don't have to pay the $40 up front. So what I like about this is you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to pay for room and board, you don't have to pay for tuition, you don't have to pay for meal plan. Like I have an art degree that I got at a regular university, at a brick and mortar university. Yes, it was a long, long time ago. Let's not talk about how long ago it was. We all know it was a long time ago. I don't have to be reminded. I had to take some tests. I had to prove that I knew what I knew. I had to do some projects. I had to write some papers. None of that is necessary with the internet. All you have to do is watch your video or listen to your podcast or read your article and just learn it. And you don't have to prove it to anyone. Granted, you're not going to get a little piece of paper that says that you've learned whatever it is. So if you want a degree, you're going to have to go to one of those brick and mortar institutions. But if you're just learning stuff in order for the knowledge, oh, you know what? So the photo that I took is not, it had a different light source. So I'm going to have to be careful when I'm inking, like this side of his nose. For example, let's get the eyes. I think we may need a little bit more information here for the eyes. I need the brow line. I need this line. And then equidistance from there is the... Nope, that's not it. That can't be it. There's the hairline. And the brow line is here. That means this is going to be here, and this is where the ear is going to be. And that's where it connects to the brow. And then we're going to do this. Like that, right there. And now let's see if that clears things up. Maybe not. Maybe that doesn't clear things up. Maybe that's not what I had. Maybe the eyes are a little off. Maybe the eyes should be lowered. Bow, 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 bow. Hey, Brian. Haru, how are you? What's the blue? The blue is so in real life traditional pencil and ink drawings. So the reason that the pencil lines are blue is so that they are not going to be seen by the copier, by the camera or the copier or the scanner that you scan the pencil lines with. But it's dark enough so that the inker can see, can trace or follow what the pencil lines are supposed to look like. So, and it just continued even though we're still working digitally. It really is helpful for the inker or the comic artist to know to work things out. It's helpful for me in that area. Doing good. Just watching streams. How's it going? Hey, Tom Surfer Crow. How's it going with you? So, the problem is, right now, I thought you would think that this is easy. You would think that I just copied and pasted this from a different page, and you just all you have to do is follow what you see, right? You just copy what you see, but I don't think I'm seeing enough. I don't think I'm able to work out enough of, I see some dots here. Gonna make those eyeballs. And then, that's an eyebrow. Angry eyebrow. Angry eyebrows. Blah, blah, blah. So I am thinking about considering whether or not I should start doing little art lessons on stream. How you too can become a comic artist. How you too can make comics hopefully better than I can. No artist really, if any artist is honest, we're all very critical of our own work. So I'd like to see an art lesson. Sweet. Been watching lots of anime lessons on YouTube. Sweet. So I have not put anything together as of yet, so I'm just asking for the future. I'm just asking. I had a viewer here the other day, and I was giving some information about some of the books that I use to learn, and she was eating it up. She was taking notes. I was like, wow, maybe I should actually teach some of that information that I've actually learned. Maybe that would be beneficial to people. Maybe people would like that. So stay tuned. Alright, so the dark side is not the dark side. The dark side is actually the light side. I'm going to switch that. Step 1, draw a stick figure. Step 2, put circles for the head and stick and body. Step 3, finish drawing in perfect detail. Oh man, you gave it all away. Now nobody's gonna tune in. It's that whole step 3 part that needs a little bit more fleshing out. That needs a little bit more. How do I do step 3 again? Can I get more information on step 3, please? Draw from observation. So, the thing is, observation is very important. But it's not. You can't always call somebody up and say, "Hey, can you strike this pose for me?" You can't always put yourself in the mirror and. I mean, you can, with technology, with your phone, you can take a picture of yourself. But it doesn't work in every situation. So, you have to know how to at least approximate the human figure as if it was, as if it was an action figure, as if you could bend and mold the parts of the body to your will. And that's what I learned to do. And when I did learn how to do that, it was very freeing. It was very... What's the word I'm looking for? It was very helpful. I don't need big words. I can just say helpful. Let's get rid of this part right there. Get rid of this part right here. Alright, we need a mouth. No respecting person can go outside without a mouth. And he's angry. He's saying angry words. More pencil over here. Make this dark inside the mouth. What's his name? That's a good question. What did I say his name was? He's one of Joseph's brothers. His name is Levi. That's who he is. So they're arguing. They're arguing about what they should do with Joseph. Judah says that they should kill him. Reuben says, no, let's not kill. I don't feel good about that. Squeamish. It's against the law. It's messy. And these are Dan and Issachar and Levi. They're arguing for killing him. And then Reuben's like, look, why don't we just toss him into one of these here cisterns, and we won't have to feel so bad about it. So yeah, let's go with that plan. So that's it for that page. That's what they are going to do on that page. Been reading the Bible. If Jacob and Joseph, they seen a movie of it, then today I seen a Bible study of it. Oh, sweet! What have you learned from all of that? Did you learn anything new? All happening this past week. So there's another thing that I found it's called the Lumo. The Lumo Gospel has been around for a while. Production by, I'm assuming they're called the Lumo Production Company. And they did the Gospels, the New Testament. But now they have a new movie out called the Old Testament. It's a 2-hour long. Can't give an answer yet. Okay, no problem. Food for thought. Ruminate about it. So what I was talking about is the Lumo Old Testament. They compacted the entire Old Testament into less than 2 hours. So it's not obviously it's not every single word of the Old Testament. So they're going to leave some things out. I started watching the Joseph part, and they left some things out. That's all I got through. That's all I was able to watch with the amount of time that I had. So it's bad leaving things out. I don't think so. I'm a fan of The Chosen. As long as it leads you to read the actual Bible, then, like, for example, the book that I'm writing is historical fiction. So it's based on the things that were written in the Bible. And even the Bible itself is not a security video footage of the things that actually happened. And even if it was video security footage, then you wouldn't only be able to see one angle of security footage. So, the Bible, I heard it explained this way. The Bible is like a structure you find in the middle of the desert, and these people found the Bible in the middle of the desert, and it's a big building, and they said, "Wow, let's explore this big building in the middle of the desert. What's it doing here? Who made it? Let's put a scaffolding around this building so that we can look at every single inch of this building and study and examine every inch." And then those people die off, and then the next generation comes around and goes, "Wow, look at this scaffolding," and they're all enamored with the scaffolding. Look at all this stuff that man has built around this building, this house in the desert. And the thing is not, the important thing is not the scaffolding itself that people are studying, but it's the building inside the scaffolding. But even that, the building, which is, I'm saying the Bible is the building. The Bible is not the most important thing. Your most important thing is your relationship with God. The relationship, what the thing inside the building that houses God is what's the most important thing. So the Bible does get you closer to God. And yes, it's kind of hard to know God without using the Bible. But knowing the Bible itself is not the goal. I have an art history teacher who knows a lot about the Bible, but he's an atheist. Truth, relationship with God. Yes, the relationship is the most important thing. But how am I going to have a relationship unless I know who that person is? The first step is to, like, when I met my wife, I was like, hey, how's it going? What's your name? I started asking questions. I'm gonna make this smaller. And the more questions that you get to know, there are still things that surprise me about my wife, even though we've been married for, let's not mention, it's almost 20 years. Wow, it's gonna be 20 years in October. I should really do something for our 20th anniversary. Sorry, sidetrack there. Real life sidetrack. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'm still surprised about things about my wife, even though we've been married for a long time. I'm still surprised. Like, there are some things that I read in the Bible, I'm like, was that always there? Has that always been there? How did I not see that before? So if you asked me that question some time ago, I would have said, "You're messing with the words of the Bible?" I mean, it depends on how you mess with it. There are Bible productions that I've seen on TV that they really should be ashamed of themselves. The one that I'm thinking about is called The Bible. It was on the History Channel. And I was not a fan of their version of the Bible. And then they made a TV series out of it called AD, which was after Jesus had died and risen again and ascended. And for some reason I kept on watching every single episode just so I could tweet about how bad it was. As if my tweets were going to save all of the Twitterverse. But now the Holy Spirit is here or around. How do you mean that? Explain what you're saying. When Jesus left, he says he will be a helper to the apostles. Bring them me. Oh, yeah. Yes, that is true. Alright, let's see if I like the eyes. Well, I'm not a fan of the eyes. I'm not a fan of these eyes. These eyes do not have it. Can I give an opinion? Sure, you may give an opinion. I'm not going to stop you from giving an opinion. I can ban you if I don't like your opinion. No, feel free to give your opinion. One of the eyes looks different, or one... Yeah. Yep, I agree with your opinion. You shall not be banned for that opinion. Alright, let's cheat. We're gonna cheat digitally. This eye does not exist. This eye is my favorite. I'm playing favorites here. And we're going to copy and paste. And then we're going to flip. And then we're going to change the pupil. Transformers. All right, now boom, 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 boom. And now we'll do this. Oh yeah, this is the digital age, man. I need his pupil to move more to the side. Looking that way. Oops. So I'm still having some problems with figuring out OBS, so please bear with me. I'm going back to the old-fashioned, just stream directly from my iPad, so I don't have the bells and whistles that I've had for the past recent weeks. So I apologize for the stream quality. All right, let's get rid of. We don't need this anymore. And now let's actually do some shading. Figure out where the light is hitting. So how long have you been reading the Bible, Brian? I've been reading the Bible since I was, oh my. I've been reading the Bible for 29 years. And boy, are my eyes tired. Ha ha ha. You get it? Because, it's a double meaning, reading the Bible as if I had been awake for the entire time of reading. 29 years. Maybe if I explain it to you, more, then you'll think it was funny. Maybe that's why you didn't laugh. I'm assuming you didn't laugh because I didn't hear you. Just proves how old I am. What is this thing called a computer? What are these kids doing twitching on the computer? Sounds weird. I've never seen those emotes before. I have seen some of them. I've seen the last one before. I haven't seen the cat whiskers with the upside down triangle. So Brian, are you a streamer? I'm assuming you're a gamer. If you are a streamer, I'm assuming you're a gamer. Because most everybody is. You are not. Well, I'm not a gamer either. Here we go. Getting somewhere here. Gotta know where the shadows are. These lines are gonna show me where the shadows are gonna fall. Some of these lines. Straight lines do not exist in nature. Oh, chess. I am so bad at chess. I will let you beat me at chess. Right. That's a good way of thinking of it. Blueprint, yes. So the blue, let me show you what layers are. So over here on the right, this column are the layers, and if I turn one off, then it's disappeared. The background inks are this one, so that has disappeared. And this is the pencil layer beneath all of the inks. So that's what I'm using in order to strategize and plan where the next line is going to go. And yes, it is. I can erase ink lines, digital ink lines, but I don't know why. I don't know why my brain does not allow me to remember that. It's so much easier to draw the pencil lines first instead of just start out with ink. Maybe some psychologist will explain it to me someday, but until then, I have no idea. And now, Minecraft. That is the game. If I was going to be getting into gaming, then I would be getting into Minecraft. But I just got too much art that needs to be done. Who's going to finish the art that I have to do? Also, I have to remember to take a break. It is a good idea to take a break from your art so you don't burn yourself out. Even God rested on the seventh day. So what movie did you see? What Joseph movie did you see? Was it the cartoon? Was it King of Dreams? When it's more like a TV show, I've seen 44 episode. I forgot something. Let's see. Where does this go? I think it goes here. This is the eye muscles in the face. Time to hydrate. It's called Prophet Joseph. Okay. Interesting. I've never heard of that one. I've been watching The Chosen with my family, and we're very pleased with that. So something I learned today is that Jesus could have just going around, he could have just corrected everybody, every single person, because he was the authority. Yes, he did do some teaching, but he didn't tell everybody how wrong they were. And that is me. I'm the guy who needs to tell you how wrong you are. I'm the guy who needs to say, well, actually, what that means is this. Jesus did do some correcting when he had to, but it wasn't his sole purpose to correct everybody who got anything wrong about the Bible, because how many of us have everything wrong, everything right? Spoiler, nobody has everything right. He was a rabbi, yes. He was the greatest rabbi. All right, here we go. Let's start inking. Let's start hatching. But how many times, you like the song? How many times did Jesus invite himself to someone else's home, and because of their culture of hospitality, Jesus just was a good guest. He didn't go to correct people. But in order to be a good guest, you have to be a good listener. You have to listen to what is going on in people's lives. I tend to be the kind of person that doesn't listen. I would rather correct people, show how smart I am, show how much that I know. And who is that helping, really? Is that helping the person that is listening to me, or is that helping myself to puff myself up in people's eyes? He did parables and riddles, right? Yes, exactly, yes. He said parables in order to get the people who were just out there to watch him and see his magic tricks, his miracles. Some of them just went out there to see that, but not everybody. You know what? I'm going to undo that. I'm going to do it this way. Some people just went to the crowd because there was a crowd. A crowd makes more people join. It's like, hey, what's going on over there? So he used the parables in order to give people something to chew on. And he wanted the people who were really interested in knowing the truth to go away with the parables wondering what it is that he actually said. So it was like a puzzle. It was like a... You know how you're confused with when people say some things and not sure what they meant by that? And maybe you go up to him and say, "Teacher, what did you mean by so-and-so?" And then he goes, "Ah, you were listening. Here's what I meant by the parable of the sower. Here's what I meant by the parable of the lost sheep." Awesome. I think I would be in line with you. I imagine a long line. When we actually see Jesus, there's going to be a long line forming for the people who want to ask questions. All right, let's see what happens without the pencils. Okay. Not too shabby. I'm not embarrassed by that. Let's look at this ear. All right, let's see what else there is to do. We got some shoulders. We got some neck and shoulders that need to be done. Questions that you want to ask Jesus. What would be the first thing I'd ask Jesus? So I've been listening to this podcast called Bema. It's spelled B-E-M-A. There's the link if you want to listen to the podcast. What did he do for the past 30 years where some part of the Bible don't talk about? Oh, that's a good one. Good question. What are the things that John didn't write about? The things that John left out. Because he said if you wrote about everything that Jesus ever did, there would not be enough books in the world to hold them all. Well, what are the things that he did? I have a theory that when he was talking about the man who helped the Good Samaritan, I'm guessing that Jesus himself was that man who helped him. But we'll never know until we see him and until we're able to ask him that question. I think your question is going to take a very long time to answer. I think it's going to take at least 30 years long to answer that question. Unless he can just download information into our brains, like it's the Matrix. Here's the answer. Whoa. Let's try that one again. Oh, I forgot to work on the hands. Before I go any further, I don't want these hands to go without. Let's go back to this pencil layer. Let's do some work there. So where are you from, Brian? Without giving up too much information away, California. That's the place you want to be. I've been to Sacramento. I've been to San Francisco. I've been on my way to San Francisco. The bus stopped in Oakland. So technically I have been in Oakland, but I never get off the bus. Everything is expensive over there. I was there in the 90s. I was there in 1993 for my job at the time. What I seen in the 90s were a different time from over here. I think I need some knuckles there. I think this guy is missing some knuckles. Knuckles are like a big giant football, but you need more seams on these knuckles than All right, I think we're ready. No, maybe not. Not ready. I think that hand is ready to be inked. I think this one needs a little bit more work. Oh, you weren't around in the 90s. I get it. Now I get it. That was a joke. You told a joke. And we need something coming up from the bottom, just to prove that he's wearing clothes down here as well. All right, let's continue inking these hands. Bow, 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 bow. So it's important to have music in the back. For me, it's important to have background music because talking the whole time is harder than it sounds, harder than it seems. Someone asked me while I was streaming, "Hey, could you keep talking so I know that you're still on, so I know you're still there?" So it was that day that I realized, you know what? Music would be good. I should really have some music while I'm streaming. Music calms the savage beast. Or maybe it calms the dancing crocodile. What is that? So there's a crocodile and something is holding an instrument. I must know. Oh, it's Squidward. Okay. I used to think that Squidward was such a nerd. Used to think he was such a stick in the mud. And then I got old. And I learned that Squidward is me. I am Squidward. Same with Bert. Bert and Ernie. I am Bert now. Good, we're doing the dab. When I see how the days go by fast, I don't know why, yep. One of these days it's gonna be you. You're gonna be saying one of those old man things. Back in my day, a soda used to cost a nickel. Back in my day, a gallon of gas used to cost a nickel. A candy bar was a nickel. A new house? A nickel? No, not a nickel. I think I did that wrong. Sometimes the pencil lines are not right. Well, maybe. Let's take a look here. Let's see if that looks right. No, that does not look right. That looks even less right than what I had before. That is absolutely true. That is not an exaggeration. They did use payphones. We used to have to pay. We have to put a quarter in the phone in order to call somebody. And you know how much it was? A nickel. Okay, looking better. Starting to look better. Getting closer. I think we're getting closer. The secret to drawing straight lines. I've met people who say, I can't even draw a straight line. Well, that's not the easiest thing to do. You want to throw your line from A to B as quickly as possible. Hold on. First time I saw a tablet, I thought it was a mega screen phone. I was third or fourth grade at the time. Well, I guess you could use it as a phone. The first phone I really wanted was a Motorola Razr. Because it was a flip phone, but the way that it flipped, the way that it looked like the Star Trek communicator from the original series. And I'm sure that they knew what they were doing. They knew who they were marketing it towards. They knew that it looked like that. They knew that the Star Trek fans were going to snap those up. And we did. We loved it. Star Trek movie, the newer ones. How new are you talking about? Just before streaming, I saw an episode of Strange New Worlds. My wife is now the Star Trek expert. She has carried on the torch. I lit the torch for her. I handed her the torch. And then I said, I'm too old to carry this torch. I no longer want to carry this torch for Star Trek. I got too much drawing to do. A couple years ago. Which one movie was that? Alright, how does that look? How does that look without the pencil lines? I think this needs to be a thicker line here. Oh, now I remember. Star Trek Beyond. Oh, you like that one? Yeah, I like the one with the new cast, the new original cast. Benedict Cumberbatch plays Khan. Khan! Who are the other actors? Alright, let's see what damage we can do over here now. Do-do, 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 do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Good song for a road trip. Yeah, I got this music from if you are a content creator on YouTube, they let you have access to certain songs that are outside of what do you call that? They're in public domain, so they have no copyright. So I think I looked up funk. I'm a fan of the funk. I'm a funk fan. And let's do some of this. Go, triangle player, go. Play that triangle. I need more triangle. I got a fever. And the only prescription is more triangle. Let's try that again. Undo, undo, undo. There we go. That's what I want. Stretch. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Oh, stretch. Stretch has been redeemed. I left these knuckles untended to. All right. And we're almost done with his clothing. All right, I think we're done with him completely done with Issachar. Issachar is done. Now we need some more lines. That line went a little too far. Nope, I don't agree. Let's try that again. Because of gravity is going to pull these lines down like that. Yes, I think that is an actual I think this needs to be done over here. He has to have... Your forearm is actually 2 muscles. Alright, let's see how far we've come so far. Alright, we still need to put some depth on his clothes. Right now he's invisible. You can see through him. We need some head and shoulders and torso for Reuben. And his fist, his hitchhiking thumb. But we're getting there. We're getting closer to the end of this page. I'm going to have to lay out a new page. The next page is going to be 2 frames. Just 2 frames is going to be used to tell the story of that page. So, thank you, Brian, for being here. Thank you for the other people who popped in. The next day, the plan is Monday night at 5 o'clock. No, 5:30 at Monday night, 5:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, may the Lord be with you. Peace. In 2 days, that's right. 2 days? Wow. All right. Have a good night.